I know I already did a today video, but I just needed a minute with my family here. I just had about an hour of a complete meltdown. I mean, like to the point of I was going to call 911 just to have somebody like ground me, you know. The really mysterious thing about grief and mourning is you never know when that moment is going to hit that you just melt. And it was bad, and it's bad. And I don't handle it well. I don't think any of us do. And so I just want everyone to know who's going through a loss, and you have those moments that they just sneak up on you and whip you around, shake you up, and bring out the ugly cry. It's okay. I got the mail, and in the mail I had a survey from the from Medicare that handles the part of hospice, and they wanted to know about the quality of Sky's care, and so I did the survey. They sent it to me as the caregiver, and I was bluntly honest about my feelings about how this was all handled by hospice, and I think it was handled poorly. So poorly. Anyway, there was definitely a trigger there, and I melted big time. Betty, you said to me a few videos back, you said, because I said about my cup of tea in the morning, and you said, can you set up a tea station? And I did, right next to my bed. I'm not getting lazy. I'm just being proactive in my tea time. There's times throughout the day where I would love to have green tea made with spring water, which gives me my water, but also gives me my green tea. And so I use the Tetley decaf tea bags, and I have my sugar container and my spoon and my cat cup. And I have two of these little microwaves. These are the little mini, like college size. And I had one under the table over there that I wasn't using. And I have one in the other bedroom. And so I just cleared off this little shelf and put all my medicines down in the bottom drawer. And I put my microwave here, and I brought in my tea stuff. And I have a gallon of spring water on the floor. And after I had my meltdown, I fixed some hot green tea. I also took 600 milligrams of ibuprofen. I'm kind of one of those people that I don't care so much. When I'm having a meltdown, I don't care about anything so much. And my head was hurting a lot, so I took 600 milligrams of generic ibuprofen, and I took an omeprazole, which is like a powerhouse pill for my stomach, and I took my Ativan. So I'll get sleepy pretty soon between the ibuprofen and the Ativan and the omeprazole too. Everything will calm down my system. But it was pretty rough. It was pretty, like, I was scrambling to think of who I could call. And it's one of those things where it's so raw. The grief is so raw. Like, who do you call? You know, like, the only people that are going to understand are the people who've gone through it. And I don't have anyone here that has lost someone that I could just call up and say, can you just talk to me? My sister lost her husband not quite a year ago, but my sister and I don't talk, unfortunately. Not my doing, not what I want. I want more than anything to speak with my sister. I love her very much, but she would understand. She's a little more tough, though, than me, a little more practical, I guess you could say. And anyway, so yeah, so I let loose on the tears, cried off all my mascara pretty much, and I soon will just call it a night. But I'm on here only to say that I have these moments, or sometimes hours, where it's like life is almost normal, whatever that means. And then it's there. The death is right there. It's just staring me in the face. And I want to talk to him. I want to tell him things. This would be about the time in the evening where I would help him get ready for bed. I would wash him up. I would make sure he had a cup of water, cold water. I would give him his nighttime pills. I would clean him up and put his Depends on. I would give him hugs and kisses. I would make sure he was all covered up and his feet were warm. And then he had his bell next to him in case he needed me in the middle of the night. He could ring the bell. So there's a lot of triggers. There's triggers. Sometimes there's triggers you don't even realize until after your meltdown, and then you go, oh, that's what happened. So if you've had a loss and you have these kind of moments, I'm being told by the professionals that this is normal, and cry it out, do what you need to do, and it will pass, and time will go on. And it's just funny because I'm recognizing the depth of the love I had for this man. So many things that happened when we were together that didn't grab me as deeply as it should have at that moment is grabbing me now. And I can't tell him. I think constantly about my snuggle spot. Sky was not a tall man. I'm 5'2", and he was like 5'7", a slender man. He was slender, smaller boned, I guess you would say. And when I would hug him and put my arms under his arms, I could fit the side of my face right in the crook of his neck. And I called that my snuggle spot. I would just stay there for moments, just smelling his skin, and I could feel where his beard ended right here, and then there was a little scruffy. If he hadn't shaved that morning, this part, And it was a safe place for me. I can feel that. I can feel his beard. I can feel his skin. And he would say, thank you. I'm lost. I'm lost. Right now, I'm lost. They say in time, it gets better. But this is a hard space right now I'm in. So I'm sharing this because this is a part of what I am experiencing as someone who was left behind. And there's a lot of us out there. There's a lot of us who are left behind. And you'll see the good 30 minutes. And then there's all the rest of the time that you don't see. That I struggle along. And then these moments. And boy, this knocks you upside your head and just slaps you hard. And it's when you just gotta get it all out there. You've gotta do a lot of crying and fix your green tea. It's 8:22. I'm gonna go. I'm going to turn down the light and I'm going to say my prayers. I'm going to listen to a meditation mantra. That I listen to. It's 8 minutes long. And it's a beautiful woman's voice. And she sings, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. And then a gentleman joins in and does like a background. And she says, and thank you. I love you. And I listen to that every night. And I sing along with it. It's my way of telling Sky, I'm sorry that he left me. Please forgive me if I didn't do enough. And thank you for giving me 13 and a half years. I love you. Yeah. Thank you, guys. I'm sending out a lot of hugs and a lot of love for everyone, especially those who are left behind. I understand.